don't care what you're doing to me. I've been down in the ruins so deep.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey fam, happy Saturday. Thought I'd come on real quick, do a quick get ready with me beginner's makeup tutorial while I get ready to go outside for the day. Your girl has been under the weather for almost a week, and today I'm just going to lunch, and I'm hoping that it's a good thing. I'm trying to slowly get back into society because your girl has been down. You hear me? Bronchitis kicked my butt. But anyways, I don't want this to be a long video. So I'm going to try to chat, but I'm really focused on just doing my makeup and you guys seeing how I do a quick everyday look. Okay? So skincare has already been done. Had on my little eye mask that I put on for 15 minutes. Face is glowing. So let's start off first by at least putting some powder on these eyebrows. I always start with my eyebrows first. It's the easiest for me. You can start with whatever you find comfortable for you. I always feel like the eyebrows takes me the longest. So I start with my eyebrows and then I work my way down. If I'm wearing eyeshadow, I'll do my eyeshadow next, but I don't know if I'm going to do eyeshadow today. I'm going to think about it while I'm getting ready. We'll see how it goes. So let's just start off with the eyebrows. So we are just going to shape them. You can always use I forgot what you call it, but it's this lamination gel you can use. I thought I had some, but again, I have been down for a week, so I don't know what all I have ordered over the week. I have an Amazon box I need to go through. But again, this is a quick video, quick makeup. Not trying to be glamorous today. And hopefully I can find an eyebrow pen that works. I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. And this is shade Espresso. And the harder you push down, the more pigmented it'll be. This is actually my backup pen. It's okay. It's not my favorite. But I tend to run out of my favorite quick. And I need to have them in stock because this Refi is what I normally use, and I get it from Sephora, the Refi Brow. It's darker and it comes out a lot better for me. Like seems Espresso is more like a dark brown. So I probably need a black, which the Refi is perfect for me. It's black. It's not jet black, but I don't have to color in so much to get the color that I want with the Refi. So hopefully that makes sense. Again, I'm not trying to do too much on the eyebrows, just enough that they're shaped. And take your time with your eyebrows. It is a process, trust me. And we're going to clean this up, which it'll look so much better once it's cleaned up. But yeah, this is my backup brow pencil. I don't really care for it too much, but it's going to work today because I don't know. This is another one, the same thing. I definitely need to order me some more brow pencils, but it is what it is. Let's just get in. I use a flat brush. It doesn't matter which brand. And we're going to shape the brows. And I always go with a shade that is lighter than my complexion. So this is from Enhance Beauty Cosmetics. I follow her on TikTok in the shade Shy. Now this is the first time I'm trying it. I probably should have I'm probably going to order a few more because it's hard to see what works for you on a website. You know, you just have to kind of buy it and try it out. But this is lighter than what I need it to be, so it'll work. And I just kind of outline underneath my brows. And this is a process you really don't want to rush, honestly. And you just, like I said, outline your brows. We're just cleaning them up. And sometimes I do a little too much. You should just put it on there, let it sit. But again, I be doing too much sometimes. I do. Not that I'm a perfectionist. I just know how I like my brows a certain way. So I may not have the same technique every time. I just know what works for me and what looks good to me. So this may be what I'm doing today. That doesn't mean it's going to be what I'm doing tomorrow. Now, again, I always outline underneath my brows with a light concealer. And then I go on top with the shade that's closer to your foundation. And we're going to do that. Now, for me, this is the longest part of makeup, is these brows. Because let me tell you something, baby. If your brows are not done right, it messes up the whole look. And sometimes it takes me a while to get them the way that I want. So I always go up a little higher and then I work my way down to make sure It's easier to start higher and work your way down than to go down, because sometimes you go down too far and then you're going to have to redo your brows. And it's fixable. It's just that why do too many steps if you don't have to? And brows are sisters, they are not twins, okay? So they're not going to be exact. But you work to get it as close as possible. And I can see that they are uneven. And we'll fix that in a minute. Let's just take this and blend this out. And once you get your eyebrows together, it's a pretty quick process. But the eyes, my eyes got to be on point before I can move on. You hear me? So once you start perfecting it, you get a lot quicker. Because trust me, sometimes it used to take me like 45 minutes just to do my eyebrows. And I'm not even kidding, okay? But I'm getting better. So these are off, right? We can see this. This is a little higher than this one. And also, I need to clean the bottom up just a little bit. Right? And so, what we'll do, still a little too thick, but it's okay. Again, when I told you to start high, it's easier to fix it. Going back over it than trying to add more liner after you put the concealer on. I mean, it's you can do it, but I always try to make it easy for myself. And I don't like the box look, right, in the front of my brows. So I go in, I like an ombre look. And I just take that out. Got a little bit more on here. Just go in and just add a little bit more concealer just to shape them up. And then I just blend it out. And for the most part, your brows are done. For the most part. Sorry, guys. Again, I have bronchitis, so my voice is probably not the best, but we're going to get through this. We are going to get through this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a little bit more concealer just on right here and blend that out, because if I do decide to do an eyeshadow, you want to prime. You want to prime your eyes. And even if you don't gonna wear eyeshadow today, you still want to prime the eye. Go in and prime it. So that way, if you want to put eyeshadow on, you already have a base. Right? So we're just going to work that way in. And I know it probably look a mess right now. But I'm learning this that concealer. I probably didn't need to use as much. It's not my normal concealer. So now I know that you only need a little bit of that. But it's okay. It's not something you can't fix. Right? So we're just going to pat that in. And make sure you got all the creases. You want to look down, so that way if you have hooded eyes, because hooded eyes is when you have that crease right there, it could still be wet underneath. So if you look down, you're able to get all in there. Get in there, get in there. Okay, I think that's good enough. Let's put on some primer. So it's already been 17 minutes with the eyes. You see, it can get away from you. And so we're just gonna rub the primer. I rub it mostly on my T-zone, because this primer is going to grip the makeup and allow it to adhere properly. And I'm trying not to make this a very long video, because I know a lot of people are not going to sit there and watch it, but it takes time to do makeup, so you can always go back and watch it at your leisure. So I'm hoping it could be 30 minutes. We gonna see. We are gonna see. All right, so primer is on. This is me. I just spray a little bit of setting spray on my face. Just a tad bit. Let that dry down a sec. Trying to figure out what I want to wear today, because I'm only going to lunch. Still want my face to be beat, but I'm not trying to be glammed up, if that makes sense. So I have a few foundations here. Patrick Ta is one of my foundations. I started trying it. I love the way it is, but this is too dark for me. But once you start doing makeup, you'll understand how to fix it. Okay? You fix it with just concealer. I don't feel like doing that today, so we're not going to go in with Patrick Ta. Then my all-time favorite is Il Makiage. This is a little bit pricey, but I have it on subscription every 3 months because it is my favorite. You take a quiz on their website and it'll match your foundation to you. You'll get it in 14 days. If it doesn't match, send it back. They'll send you another one. Mine matched to the T. Been using this for 2.5, 3 years. So I love, love, love this. But we're not going to do that today. Then this one is a Serum BB Cream by Maisha. And I love this because this is kind of like a skin tint, right? Cardi B on TikTok recommended this. This is really good. So it might be this, or this is e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin. It's a hydrating, long-lasting coverage. I don't know which one I want. Let's go on with Maisha today. Again, we're not trying to do a whole lot of makeup, but we still want to look put together. So we're going to do her. So we're going to start with one side of the face. You always do one side. You don't do your whole face. And you're just putting the foundation on one side of your face. Right? And then what we're going to do, I don't want to use that. No, we're going to use this. We're going to blend it out. I always spray my brushes. I don't know why, but you don't have to. It's just something I do. And I don't do it all the time. It depends on what foundation I am using. So as you can see, I am not rubbing this. I'm patting it into my skin. And then underneath you can pull down, but for the most part you're patting it into your skin. And so you see how this is very smooth, and you could tell the difference. I mean, it's perfect to my skin complexion. Okay. And we're going to do the other side. You just do 3 rows or 4 rows of foundation. You see, I'm not putting a whole lot on my face. You don't need a whole lot of foundation. And then you just pat it in. And I give this technique to my girl Kai Smith from TikTok. She is an educator out of, I think she's in New Orleans. But she's amazing. I've been following her. And I bought her Glam course that teaches you different techniques, which is helping me to be better at doing my makeup, doing it accurately, long lasting. doing it so it's not cakey. And it has been amazing. Okay, that's done. That is done. I'll put some powder on these lids. Because I'm feeling like I might do a little eyeshadow. Not much. Okay. So while that dries down, let's put on some concealer. I'm running out of this. And this is just an e.l.f. Camo Hydrating. And it's in the cup. I can't see what it says. Deep chestnut. So let's just put this on. Okay. It's my T-zone. Okay. Let's just put on a little bit of I don't know. Let's put on a little I have limited space to work with. I need to get me a bigger makeup desk. I really do. You guys do not want to see my makeup table. Makeup everywhere. And you cannot be clean when you're doing makeup. You really can't. I mean, stuff is all over the place. But it is what it is. You clean up afterwards. So, get me. All right. Let's do just a little bit. Okay. So I think I'm going to I don't know what I want to use, but let's just pat this out. And sometimes you got to go in quick because this is quick drying. You get to learn your concealers. And yeah, this one is drying up too fast, but it's all right. We are going to pat it out. Just like that one. Something about that. Again, this is soft glam, but right in underneath the eyes. All right. All right, so while that dries for a second, we're just going to put on concealer. I mean, not concealer, bronzer. We're going to just contour. Again, I didn't put on a whole lot of makeup, so I want it to look as natural as possible. I'm so sorry that I sound so congested. I am suffering right now because, yeah, this stuff, the medicine that I have is definitely trying to come out of me. I'm going to use this brush instead. You always find what works for you as far as your concealer. You don't want to go too far down. Don't bring it over, just bringing it down. Pressing it into the under eye. Mm-hmm. I just like my T-zone to be the highlighted area. Sometimes you have to be very careful to not press too much because you're taking off the concealer. So I have to be very careful. And to not do that. And I'm doing it. So I just add a little bit more to it. While that is drying, just a tad bit, I just go in to the lines. You just want to go just on the perimeter. You see how that is smooth, and then you can see where the separation. So you just go in and with your foundation brush, and you don't touch inside, you just go just where those lines were. Okay. I'm just going in and tapping that. Back. Just a little bit. Okay. And I just take the concealer brush. I'm just trying to bring some, well, you can see the bronzer on my face. Now, you want to set where you put the concealer at. So I'm just making sure that it's applied, it's not cakey. And we're just going to powder the area that you apply concealer. Okay, then we're going to add a little bit concealer here. I just want to add more brightness to that area. So and I'm going in with this middle one right here, but I like to darken because I'm a dark girl. So I go in a little bit with this Enrich. Just tap it in a little bit because I want the cheek to pop. Okay. Then I need to just touch up the brows a little bit because with the powder, you just want to darken it up a little bit. Right? Then, let's see. We want the eyes to pop a little. So I'm gonna go in with a, I'm gonna pop them. I just put a chocolate around the outer. I'm gonna go into the corner with a little bit of gold. It's a gold, so I'm using this one right here. And we're not gonna do too much. This isn't the brush I like. This one is a little better. It's a flat brush, but it's got a little, I don't took off the name of this brush, but you tend to have a favorite that you'll go to when you're doing your makeup. And again, this is just me doing a quick tutorial while I get dressed. This really isn't a teaching, because a teaching video would be much longer. I'd be able to go over all the products, all the brushes, but this is just a quick get ready with me, and I'm just talking about the process quickly. There are videos on the channel that are longer versions that do go into depth, into detail. I do need to do an updated one, but again, I am under the weather, dealing with bronchitis, and really don't have the time to really go into depth today. I am supposed to be meeting a girlfriend for brunch, I guess you want to say. And I didn't know if I was going to make it, you know, because I've been sick all week. But I didn't want to cancel. I hate, I'm that girly that, you know, if I confirm, I hate canceling at the last minute. Unless I absolutely have to. Again, I'm going to go and just see how I feel. If I don't feel great after an hour, I'm only literally 5 minutes from home. So it's not like I'm traveling too far to go have lunch. So, like I said, we're just gonna play it by ear and see what happens. Okay, so that is done. And oh my goodness, I hate having a cold. I do. Oh my God, I really do. All right, so let's, what I really need to do is just put a little bit of bronzer on my nose if I can get in there. Let's spray this face down. This is just as natural as we're going to get it today. I don't know why. All of a sudden, my nose is just not acting right. So, I wanted this to be a quick video, but it is what it is. It's probably going to be an hour. But you guys are having fun with your girl. You're coming and just hanging out with me on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. You're getting to see a basic makeup tutorial and just chatting it up with your girl, right? We will have another episode on the Grief podcast tomorrow. If your girl is feeling up to it, I'm praying that I am. My goal is to every day get better. And I'm supposed to go back to work on Monday. So I'm trying to use the time to really rest and get this cold out of me because it has not been cute. Okay? So, not making any promises, but my goal is to have another video out on the channel tomorrow for the Grieve podcast. So I'm just setting my face. This is one size. This is close to my skin tone. Just making sure that this is all set. Very, very natural. This is the deepest one set setting powder. So that's that. Then we're gonna do a quick highlighter. This is a cream cheat palette that I got from, I believe it was from like a beauty store. So it's nothing, you can use any highlighter that you choose to. I like to bring that glow to this area. It just does something to the makeup. Right. Okay, that is done. Now, what I want to do. We're pretty much done with the makeup. Do the under eye really quick. I had a gel liner. I don't know what happened to it, so we just got an eyebrow pencil that we're just doing the under eye. Again, I think I took too much off of my that's okay. We gonna make it work today. We gonna make it work. When you get into makeup, let me tell you, you find ways to fix the cover up. Fix the mistake, I should say, with the cover up. And it may not be the best way to do it, but I find ways that it's easy for me. And every day I'm getting better on this journey. I have been doing my own makeup for about almost 2 years now. I haven't went to any makeup class or anything. I have been doing tutorials on YouTube. I follow Maya Galore with her makeup on YouTube. I watch Kai Smith on TikTok. So yeah, I feel like every day I'm perfecting my craft, and I know it's not easy doing makeup. Trust me, I get it. But it's practice makes perfect. And every day I'm practicing to be better. Every single day. I don't walk around here looking any kind of way, you know? And you know how your makeup look or how you want it to look. Now, you probably wouldn't be able to see the mistake that I see, and that's fine. But I see it. And when you see it, that's all that matters. And it's getting, goodness. Okay. We got to clean it up. We got to clean it up. Yeah. Sorry, guys. This is definitely a long video, but it's okay. At least you're seeing how I fix my mistake. Right? It's fixable. Because what happened was patting down the concealer too much, it was taking the concealer off my face. And so when I put the powder on it, you could actually see the holes underneath my eye. Now, you per se probably couldn't see it, but I could see it. And I can never go anywhere feeling uncomfortable, if that makes sense. So, let me let that dry down a little bit. Let me put my lashes on. These are right off of Amazon. They're called Vilisha. These are my go-to lashes. I have been wearing for, God, probably about 3 or 4 years. They're like $8 on Amazon. I'm not that girl that likes the huge lashes. I like my lashes to look natural. So before I move them, I let them adhere first. And while that is drying, now I can go in with my concealer. Where's the dark one? Okay. Let that dry for a second. See, I fixed it. And yeah, this video was an hour. It was not intended to be an hour. But I'm so glad that I came on early to hang out with you guys, not rush it. And that's, sometimes you have to plan for things that are out of your control. Sometimes your makeup ain't gonna do what you want it to do. Okay? And it's okay. It's okay. At the end of the day, you ain't gonna be walking out of here looking crazy. I guarantee you that. And you're gonna practice and practice and practice until you perfect it the way that you want it to look. So and I think I know what I did wrong. When you're putting on your concealer, you don't go underneath here right away. You let that sit a little longer. And I think I tapped that out too quickly. And then that's when you'll start seeing it come off and holes in your concealer. And that's not what you want. You do not want to see holes in your concealer. So so I'm going to try to go in with my beauty blender and blend that out. And this is a little damp. So this is great. And now I'm going to go in with just the lighter one. So that way, underneath my eyes. And again, you don't need a lot. This is a new concealer that I'm using. And so I'm realizing I don't need a lot. You learn from your mistakes. You really do. I still feel like I'm missing something. I don't know what. Because this wasn't supposed to be... Well, I don't have on a whole lot of makeup. It really looks just everyday makeup. However, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm not feeling myself. And, sometimes when you're in a funk or you're not feeling like yourself, you just think everything is off, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Like everything is off. I have been laid in the bed for over a week. I'm ready to go outside, have adult conversation, just be out in the atmosphere, not around too many people, because that's probably how I got sick. I went out on Valentine's Day, and although we weren't in close proximity to people, just being out in the air, from work to home, and then being out all day, and then going to breakfast the next day, going to church. So my body was like, what are you doing to me? Being around all these people. So that's what it was. It's okay. I need to slowly get myself back out into being around people and get my immune system back up. My son tells me all the time my immune system is off. And then I need to put spice in my food. So I need to listen. He's been telling me this for a long time now. And if that's what's going to help me from not always getting sick so much, then I need to listen to him. Okay. So just outline my lip with a one size lip snatcher. I don't know what kind this is. Coin collector, that's all it says. Coin collector. Coin collector. So. All right, let's put some powder on here. And set the under eye. All right, and then now we are going to finish the look with this Milk Hydro Grip Refreshing Spray. But actually, I want to do one more powder down. There's still powder on this brush. Okay. Okay, we just And the lip, the color will actually, it'll marry into your skin, if that makes sense. Like right now, the color is really vibrant, but as the day goes on, it's going to blend and marry into the liner. Really well. It's just wet right now because I did put a gloss on top, but as the day go on, it's just gonna melt right into my skin. And so, yeah, I will probably try to attach a picture at the end when I get dressed to see the final look. But this is it, guys. Quick. Well, it's not as quick as I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be a half hour, but things happen, right? Again, you can watch it at your leisure. Go back, pause it, see the steps that I took, how I actually had to redo under the eyes because, yeah, I messed up. I actually need to put a little bit more under the eye. Okay, that looks a lot better. And you see, I can't even talk. My face, it looks wet, but it's actually this hydro. It's making my face very hydrated. You see, I patted it down with powder multiple times. And I'll probably pat it down one more time before I leave for the day. But my skincare also is seeking through, right? My face was already glassy from doing my skincare earlier. So it will come through your makeup and make your makeup appear that it's not set. And it's actually set. And it looks good. So that is all for today, girls. Sorry it wasn't as quick as I had promised, but it is what it is. I think I'm going to do a little bit of mascara underneath the eyes. I never wear mascara because I have contacts on and I don't like to get it on my contacts. So 99% of the time I don't put mascara on, but I just put it underneath the lash so that way you don't see my lash underneath. It blends perfectly. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I am suffering, as you can hear, to go and take care of this and get ready to go out for lunch. I'm praying that I can get through this 2-hour lunch. I'm going to group with one of my girlfriends. She invited me to her girls group for lunch. So praying that this is very successful. I love meeting like-minded women. And I just pray that it is a great time. Okay? So you guys have an amazing Saturday on purpose, and we will see you soon. All right, it's your girl, Cherie. Deuces.
Your eyes tell me that you don't wanna leave just yet. No, my eyes agree. It's almost like when we first met. Oh, I don't care, it's getting too late. I want you and I can't wait. Don't wanna spend a minute without